All right, we got more Steelers training camp to cover. Day 4 was the final day of no pads. Then they had a break on Monday, and then they went to day 5 on Tuesday the 30th, the day I'm recording this. But the day it was the day before you're seeing this. You're seeing this the day after that. That'd be day 5, first day at pads. So day 4, no Russell Wilson. So that just means that he wasn't healthy enough to practice. Justin Fields did get the start again, day 4. Oddly enough, Smokey Robinson showed up at Steelers training camp. Now, while Russ wasn't participating in team drills, he did participate in individual drills, which he had been doing. He just some light throwing, nothing serious. So then we're still going by what Nick has been reporting. So Steelers are starting to pull guards. Gap runs are coming, it seems. So, this is more and more advanced into the system as you go along, obviously. George Pickens and Zach Azani work on releases, hand fighting against press jams. So I think it was day 1 of training camp. Zach and George got into it a little bit because I guess George wasn't using enough effort, so Zach got on his ass about it. 7 shots about to start. Inside zone run to Najee Harris on the first play, and he falls into the end zone for a touchdown. 1-0 offense. Justin Fields finds Scotty Miller crossing in the back of the end zone, and he rolls to the ground for the touchdown catch. 2-0 offense. Broderick Jones flexing his arm after the first rep and misses 1 rep before returning. Troy Fautano got the rep against TJ Watt and stunned him. So it seems like Troy is starting to come along too, by what I've been seeing. Justin Fields takes the keeper on a boot and runs in the end zone. 3-0 offense. Fields looks to the corner for George Pickens, and it falls incomplete. 3-1 offense. Kyle Allen finds Quez Watkins in the back of the end zone for a toe-tapping grab over DeMonte KZ. Great catch. 4-1 offense, which means that the offense can't lose 7 shots. Coverage bust on the defense as Allen hits Marquez Callaway wide open in the corner of the end zone. 5-1 offense. LaMichael Pirine takes the dive into the end zone for a touchdown. Offense wins 6-1 resoundingly. Wow. So Fautanu cooled off the bench on a whim, hit his hands right in the middle of Watt's chest and stunned him back. Maybe the one thing that sticks out the most from that 7 shots period. It's not often someone, just anybody, gets the best of TJ, and this is a rookie. Dante Jackson picks off Justin Fields. Ball looked like it was intended for Scotty Miller on a corner route. Fields with another dangerous pass in the direction of Roman Wilson. Kalen Barnes jumps it and nearly picks it off. Steelers starting to mix Troy Fautanu more into the first team reps at right tackle, playing next to James Daniels right now. That is the theory or prominent guess that may not be week 1, may not be week 2, but eventually, once Troy gets into the starting lineup, he'll be playing right tackle. That'll push Broderick Jones to left tackle. Dan Moore will be the backup. Now, no matter who gets hurt, Dan's going to be playing left, and whoever's healthy is going to be playing right. Dan has even said himself, he's a left tackle. He sucks at right tackle. Mike Tomlin has said Dan is a much better left tackle than he is right tackle. That's just how some people are. So, but the prominent guess would be going from left to right, Broderick, Isaac, Zach when he's ready to start, James Daniels, and Troy. Pat Freiermuth catches a crosser, and Peyton Wilson forces the fumble. Good play by the rookie. Fa'atanu, Roman Wilson, and Peyton Wilson have all run with the first team at some point today. That's nice. That is good to see. Justin Fields rips it in the middle of the field to Michael Pruitt on a skinny post for about 20 yards. Darnell Washington catches a corner route for 15 yards from Kyle Allen. Bronny Williams is out there, not practicing today after suffering a shoulder injury, but no sling either. I think Mike Tomlin has said it's an AC joint injury. So it's essentially just day-to-day. If I remember correctly, you just have to wait and see when he feels healthy enough to play. Fa'atanu running first team right tackle, and Mason McCormick first team left guard in this period. Okay. And that's another thing, is Mason is probably going to be the future left guard. So, when Isaac's gone, it would be Broderick, Mason, Zach, James Daniels or somebody else, and Troy. So this offensive line is kind of going to grow up together, kind of about how they did in the early 2010s with Pouncey, DeCastro, Foster, Kelvin Beachum, Marcus Gilbert, kind of that kind of group where they're all roughly the same age. Let's see. Fa'atanu called for a false start, and he takes a lap. Steelers just ran a gap run in a team period. Wraps up camp for the day. Rookies got a lot more run. Okay, so they got a lot more action, it looks like. Okay. Mike Tomlin did say he expects to see Russell Wilson in team periods after the break. Let's see, Mike Tomlin on getting the pads on. I love every component of this process, though. I'm a football lover. I'm a team development lover. Training camp is Kennywood for me. All right, so training camp rewind from today. Multiple rookies get promotions. Troy Fa'atanu and Peyton Wilson stock up. Dante Jackson keeps balling out. Russell Wilson getting ready to return. So, yeah, Dante's been playing out of his mind, apparently. So, who knows? That might end up being a good trade for Pittsburgh. Here's more takeaways. Peyton Wilson shines while other rookies get elevations. More wrinkles in Arthur Smith's scheme became apparent. How's wide receiver going right now? And a sleeper at outside linebacker. Troy Fa'atanu shines in Sunday practice. Battles with TJ Watt. He's also got another video on YouTube of what the Arthur Smith offense looks like. Justin Fields' thoughts, some risers, a few concerns. Let's see. The Steelers have released... we are now in the day off. Steelers have released defensive back Josiah Scott. 4-year vet, spent time with Philly and Pittsburgh last season. So that does make it seem like Beanie Bishop and Graylin Arnold are going to be the two guys really competing for that slot position job. And here's day 5. After missing 4 days, Russell Wilson is back, it looks like. He is in full pads and a helmet. I added the helmet part. Let's see. So Justin Fields was taking the first team snaps in the walkthrough. Both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields took first team reps in the walkthrough. Okay, so Fields must have started with the first team and then Russ jumped in. Steelers just installed a jet sweep. The Steelers signed tight end Matt Sokol and defensive back Kyler McMichael. They also released wide receiver Marquez Callaway and DB Josiah Scott. Okay. So they ran a shovel pass. Okay. Important news, Mike Tomlin's wearing a black shirt today. Everyone was making a big deal how Mike Tomlin usually wears a black shirt and he was wearing a white shirt for a couple days. It's like, oh, what are you doing? What's up with the white? He's like, it's a shirt. Well, apparently that matters to people. Both Dean Lowry, leg, and Cordero Patterson, hamstring, currently getting some work in. Both remain out, but inching closer. That's nice. Pads are on, and first round pick Troy Fautanu is ready. 7 shots and pads are about to start. Najee Harris barrels through the middle behind Isaac Suomalu and churns his way into the end zone. 1-0 offense. Justin Fields throws a fade to George Pickens, and Pickens snags it with one hand over Joey Porter Jr. for the touchdown. First wow play of the day. 2-0 offense. Jaylen Warren takes the handoff, but Montravius Adams and Deshaun Elliott stand him up short of the goal line. 2-1 offense. Najee Harris runs behind fullback Jack Coletto and Darnell Washington into the end zone for a touchdown. 3-1 offense. Jonathan Ward takes the handoff, but Nick Herbig and DeMonte Casey meet him in the hole to stop him short. 3-2 offense. Roman Wilson takes the jet sweep, and the defense is all over it. Anthony Averett stops him short, tied 3-3. So when it's 3-3, Mike Tomlin loves to send the first team back out. He's going to let the first team offense and first team defense decide who wins. Read option, Justin Fields takes it and outruns Porter to the end zone for the touchdown. 4-3 offense wins. Roman Wilson banged up, trainer looking at his left foot. No Russell Wilson in 7 shots. Last rep was Troy Fautanu at right tackle and Dan Moore at left tackle. Najee Harris against Landon Roberts, bringing a lot of physicality, but Harris standing strong in pass pro. Good reps by 22. All right. Jaylen Warren against Patrick Queen coming up. That's probably a little bit of backs on backers. Jeremiah Moon having some nice reps in these one-on-ones, showcasing his burst and converting it into power. Walked Pat Freiermuth all the way back. Let's see. Can argue for a sweep for Warren. He held up quite well. That's the thing. When Jaylen Warren was trying to make the team, and when it was time for backs on backers, he made sure people talked about him. And he made sure he got noticed. Aaron Shamklin stuns rookie linebacker Peyton Wilson. Wilson has to go to down to a knee from the strike. Impressive rep from Shamklin. Okay, Peyton Wilson spins right past Jaylen Warren on the first rep. Second rep, Warren hits Wilson right in the chest. Wilson gets stunned to the ground. That second rep was one hell of a rep from Warren. So that's a couple of times Peyton Wilson has just gotten knocked by the running back and backs on backers. Okay, so here's the notes. Former Ravens outside linebacker Jeremiah Moon stood out. Some really great reps. Jaylen Warren is still a tank. Peyton Wilson got some welcome to the NFL hits from Warren and Aaron Shamklin, but battled. Najee Harris versus E-Rob was great. Split the reps. Yeah, Peyton, everyone talked about his speed and his coverage, and it's like, okay, guys, but, he's a little light probably for his size, so he probably could get out-muscled in run games. Or in this case, just get overpowered by the running back, and the running back's going to keep going. Now, especially versus the Ravens, when you're going to be facing Derrick Henry, you got to be ready for that. Justin Fields finds Van Jefferson on a deep out for about 20 yards. 3 straight completions to open team for Fields. I gotta say, Van Jefferson has made a couple of nice plays from what I've read. Let's see. Don't see Roman Wilson out there. Looks like he left practice after this. Rookie wide receiver Roman Wilson appeared to be injured on a jet sweep during 7 shots. He left practice on a cart. Grayland Arnold jumps a pass for an interception from Kyle Allen intended for Quez Watkins. Heck of a play by Arnold. He's competing in the slot. First team run period of the year. Whatever this is. Let's see. Oh my gosh. That is going way too fast to read it. Alex Highsmith is a menace in team run. Mont Adams having himself a nice day. He's made a few run stops already. Good team run period for rookie Logan Lee. Had 2 nice run stuffs. Defense dominated this for the most part. Defensive line stuck out in a big way. Russell Wilson taking reps in 7-on-7 with the first team. Troy Fautanu just stood TJ Watt up. Okay, the first rep. Second rep, Watt tries to beat him with a speed rush, but Fautanu gets to his spot and runs him right around the arc. So it sounds like, because TJ, when you're on the defensive side, he's on the left, Alex is on the right. When you're facing the defense, Alex is on the left, TJ's on the right. So your right tackle is going to go against TJ. So this sounds like Fautanu just keeps playing right tackle, and he's doing very, very well at right tackle. So, I mean, heck, if week 1 he's ready, they're just going to push Broderick to left tackle, and Dan Moore is going to be the backup. Russell Wilson went 4 for 4 in his 7-on-7 reps, limited but getting closer and looking solid. Steelers test Fautanu against Kyron Johnson and Nick Herbig, smaller, explosive runners, because TJ's like 6'5". Nick and Kyron are a little smaller, so they're a little quicker. Herbig wipes by to the inside for the win. Johnson beats Fautanu around the edge with some sweet bend. Fautanu gets revenge on Johnson on the final rep. So, okay. So it looks like Fautanu is going to need to really work on quickness. Because if the big guy, he can handle, but if the small guy's just going to get around him, then there's going to be a little bit of a problem. Teams are going to be able to exploit that. They'll just have their quick guy on the left side of the defense, right side of the offense. Troy Fautanu kicks out an edge rusher in OZ, and Ward chugs right behind him for 12 yards. That's it for the first day of padded practice. Fautanu and the quarterback stood out a ton today. Roman Wilson's injury casts over the day. It's an ankle injury. So here's some thoughts. The best day of quarterback play I've seen here so far, both Wilson and Fields. Troy Fautanu steps up. What the Roman Wilson injury means. Zach Frazier's first day in pads. What else we got? Let's see. Roman Wilson injury and the effect it'll have on the team. The quarterback showing out. Let's recap backs on backers and some one-on-ones. Oh, and Troy Fautanu is good at football. Let's see. Justin Fields impresses. Offense dominates defense. Justin Fields put together his best day of training camp. Troy Fautanu steps up to TJ Watt. A recap of backs on backers and O-line, D-line one-on-ones. Calvin Austin III has the inside track to wide receiver 2. Nice. So, I have seen other stuff. It is a sprained ankle for Roman Wilson. He's going to be week to week, but he should be ready for week 1. But because he's going to miss a ton of training camp, a ton of preseason, if not all the preseason, he is going to be kind of just weaned in slowly to the offense. They'll give him what he can handle. But yeah, so other than that, that is it for the day 4 and day 5 of training camp, and that one off day in between. So from the sound of it, Troy Fautanu is a hit. So, I mean, eventually Dan Moore won't be starting this year. It'll be Broderick at left, Troy at right. I have not seen anything on Zach and how he's doing on his position battle with Nate Herbig. So, I got nothing for that. If you guys have heard anything, leave that in the comments below. Other than that, it's going to be interesting to see the quarterback competition between Russ and Justin. Those 4 days that Russ didn't practice and Justin was running with the first team, did that maybe crack open the door for the possibility of Justin starting? Yeah, but we still have a ton of training camp. And Russ is just going to get healthier every single day. So if you guys did enjoy this, please do leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and I will see all you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.